This is Haleolono Harbor, west end of Molokai, September 22nd, 2015, aboard the Juneau 53 Lucia y Luca, and we're anchored in about 15 feet of water right here in the harbor. We have it all to ourselves. There was a little south swell earlier, but it's calming down, and it's going to be a nice flat anchorage here tonight. There's the breakwater. It used to be a runway out there, but it's overgrown now. Planes can't use it. But you can see Lanai off there in the distance. We caught a nice little mahi-mahi on the way over here from Oahu, so we'll have that for dinner. Haleolono Harbor, Molokai. Gorgeous anchorage. Got about 120 feet of chain out. Plow anchor. And we are set for the night. You can see the porta potties over there. That's for the canoe races that are coming up in a couple of weeks. And that steep cliff is where they used to dump the aggregate and get shipped to Oahu. That's why this harbor was built. See the range in the harbor over there, and looking down towards Oahu Point to the west, and Oahu off in the distance, but you can't see it. Ken and the gorgeous Lucia y Luca anchored out there in Haleolono Harbor, and the mahi-mahi that we snagged just halfway to Coco Head this morning, so that's going to be dinner. We're going to clean him up and then go for a hike here in Haleolono. Aboard the Juneau 53 Lucia y Luca. Beautiful boat. Great crossing from Lanai. Today's about 6 hours to get here, 7 hours maybe. Lucia y Luca, Juneau 53, sailing along the west coast of Lanai. A gorgeous day. Strong trades, but gorgeous day. Lots of rain, so everything's green. We just came by our favorite anchorage near the west end of Lanai. We're in Haleolono last night. See Molokai in the background there. But we're just motor sailing along here. Flat, no swell, so it's going to be a nice anchorage here at the Needles tonight. Looking south toward the southern end of Lanai. Here we are anchored at the Needles on the west coast of Lanai. It's September 24th, 2015. The Needles are these large spires of rock here on the west coast of Lanai. Beautiful, beautiful setting. You can anchor on either the north side or the south side. We're on the south side because it looked a little smoother here. Last night we had a gorgeous evening. Panning out towards the west, open ocean. It's an open roadstead, but we're anchored in about 20 feet of water. It's all sand bottom, great holding. And looking now south towards Kamalapau Harbor, and there's our dinghy out there. The boys are out exploring. And looking along the west coast of Lanai at the Needles. It's a great anchorage. We haven't seen another human being. Good snorkeling. Great holding. Just a great time. We had a pleasant evening last night. The Needles, west coast of Lanai. We're anchored in Honolulu Bay on the northwest corner of Maui, aboard the Juneau 53 Lucia y Luca. It's the end of September 2015. Gorgeous bay. You can see all the snorkelers out there. It's beautiful snorkeling. We're anchored in about 18 feet of water. At the head end of the bay, there's reef on both sides out at the entrance of the bay. You can see we're looking there west towards Molokai now. Reefs on both sides coming in, and then it kind of opens up near the head end. So it's a big, calm anchorage. You can see it's blowing like crazy out in the channel, but it's real nice in here, flat calm. You wouldn't come in here during the winter months because the north swell makes it untenable. During the summer, when there's no north swell, it's beautiful. Now we're looking down towards the south side of Honolulu Bay. And the cliffs here. Now up towards the head end of the bay. As you get right up near the head end, it's boulder, so it's a little tough to anchor, but out here, maybe 150 yards out, it's sand bottom. Look at all the tourists on the beach. They're down here to snorkel for the day. Just a beautiful, beautiful day. We've got the anchorage to ourselves. We had to move once already because there are moorings here that the tour boats use, and we anchored up. There, unfortunately, the pennants for those moorings are below the surface. You can't see them. But we anchored, went down, and we were too close to it. So if that tour boat shows up today, we'd be in their way. So we moved our anchor once just to get away from that mooring. We settled in. I think we're in a good spot. Honolulu Bay. So here's Honolulu Bay, about 12:10 in the afternoon. You can see we have 3 large tourist cats in the bay here. So we moved to make sure we weren't near their moorings, which turned out to be a good thing because it would have been chaos if we had been over one of their moorings when they tried to come in here. So we're a little farther in than their moorings, right in maybe 150 yards, 200 yards off the beach, which seems to be out of their way. Honolulu Bay, each one has got a bow and stern to a submerged mooring. The mooring balls are underwater, so you can't see them. You're going to dive down to find them. And this should be it for the afternoon, just these 3. Honolulu Bay.
There you go.
Crossing the Pailolo Channel here. September 26th, 2015 on the Genoa 53 Lucia. Got a tropical storm south of the Big Island making these big waves. Hopefully heading for Keawanui, but we'll have to wait and see whether that anchorage is viable or not. But we're right now giving it a try. Got Jeffry driving, Richard in the middle, and Ken on the left here. Just some pretty good seas running. Yeah, there we go. Pretty good sea running here. Just left Honolulu Bay this morning, and looks like we got a big black one rolling down on us here. So, good times. Heading down the north shore of Molokai. Very green. A lot of rain here. Middle of September 2015. The anchorage at Keawanui, North Shore Molokai. This is the roughest I've ever seen it. It's a little bit bumpy in here, so we're not going to stop, but you can see the waterfalls are just going off. Beautiful in here, just beautiful. So it's pretty squally day. You can see how much bump we got in the water and how rough it is offshore. Just wouldn't be comfortable in here tonight. Probably be safe enough, but it would definitely not be comfortable. So we're going to continue on down to Kalapapa and maybe anchor down there. But Keawanui, North Shore Molokai. If you anchor in here, we would put a bow hook right about where we are now, and a stern hook up in the shallows there to keep our bow into it. Just a little bit too rocky rolly for us. You can just see Joyce Kainoa at the peak of her house up there on the hill, but it's abandoned. Look at those waterfalls going off. Just a beautiful, beautiful place, but just a little bit too bumpy today. North Shore Molokai, looking out to the west towards Kalapapa. Very pretty. Just leaving Keawanui. Very, very green over here. Huh. Lots of waterfalls, lots of waves. It's a rough day. Yeah, that's a 90-degree wind shift. We're at anchor here in the lee of the Kalapapa Peninsula. Here we are looking east. This is the wharf or pier or whatever they have here that I imagine they offload cargo on. See their little motorboat there. It says Kalapapa NHP on it. I'm not sure whether that's National Historic Park or what the deal is, but now looking to the north. We tucked into anchor here because Keawanui farther up the coast was unmanageable, not a good anchorage, so we've tucked around here, and this is a little rocky rolly, but it's safe, and even though it was blowing 35 knots and you can see the clouds moving out there, it's a pretty good anchorage. So we'll stay here for the night. We're in about 25 feet of water, kind of sandy, rocky bottom, but it's good holding, and if we do drag, we'll just drag offshore. Now looking to the west, down the north shore of Molokai, into the setting sun, and now back towards the south and the sheer cliffs of the north shore of Molokai, and back towards the peninsula. Pretty good anchorage here at Kalapapa. You're not supposed to get within a quarter mile of the beach, but we could argue we're a quarter mile offshore probably, and it's a good, safe port of refuge here while it blows like crazy offshore. So here we are stuck for the day off Kalapapa, just doing a little shark fishing behind the boat. Got some good bait out here. Don't know if we'll catch anything, but and concentrate. You gotta frown.
I got a long way to go. I gotta warm up.
There you go. Ahoy! Ahoy!
What's so funny, Rich? We're in a silk card by a holiday card. It's fun. Give me a second, Rich. I gotta warm up. These ones don't warm up. Boot up. Okay, here you go, buddy. Oh no, you don't want a video. You want, never mind. Let me get back. Alright, here we go. Richie at the helm.